Take a breath. Count to 1. Yes, just 1. Let's go nice and easy, comrades. No need to be sullen. The world has changed, and we are all one. Everything is as it should be. Everything will continue to be as it should be. Remember, the past is in the present. I am changed forever. I've spent the last 20 hours or so tripping the life fantastic and circling the moon, and I didn't even need a rocket to get there. I have seen the cosmic and the infinite and the micro and macro, and on each and every plane there was nothing but unity and togetherness. Humans, Artillians, throw down your guns and or shrink rays that shrink the outside of the body but not the inside, leaving a shredded husk of skin and viscera and a puddle and a fully articulated skeleton with an endless scream on its face. Dark, yes, I know, but from the darkness there is light, and we are all just different colors of the endless rainbow of variety. Why must we subjugate? Why must we war? Let us come together in peace and love. Comrades, that is the second Landon Harker in his many days to die by gunshot. Insubordination hurts everyone, especially, it seems, myself. So don't be like Landon Harker. Don't be fatally shot twice in 2 days. Listen to reason and obey. It has been 1,350 days since we have been liberated, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, from the tyranny of freedom. What a nice round number. This is your daily reminder of how good you have had it since the Artillian extraterrestrial invasion and subjugation 1,351 days ago, which succeeded after a battle with human forces lasting roughly 11 and a half minutes. All hail, Artillia. All hail the eyes in the sky. I am your host, the new clone of Landon Harker, and here's how good you have it today. The Artillian division of Stevie Wonder song titles wishes to inform you that the belief that 13 is an unlucky number has various origins and cultural influences. One theory points to the Last Supper, where Jesus Christ and his 12 disciples were present, and the subsequent betrayal of Jesus by Judas Iscariot. This association with betrayal and death may have contributed to the negative perception of the number 13. Additionally, Norse mythology mentions a story in which 12 gods were having a banquet, and the mischievous Loki, who was not invited, arrived as the 13th guest, causing chaos and ultimately leading to the death of one of the gods. These historical and cultural connections have perpetuated the belief that 13 is unlucky in many Western societies. This superstition is evident in practices such as avoiding the 13th floor in buildings or omitting the number 13 in hotel room numbers. Some even avoid the number 13 when it comes to radio show episodes. Of course, this refers in no way to the show Mayhem, which is not on its 13th show, but is in fact, as previously stated, on its 1,350th show. Hooray! Here's an additional reminder that the concepts of mayhem and excitement are indistinguishable from each other to Artillians. You are listening to excitement. No, that can't be right. You are listening to mayhem. Here's an additional reminder. Breasts may only be B cups. If you're still walking around with some serious slap wagons, well, You better bundle up real tight, ladies, and hope you slip under the radar. And I do not mean radar in the figurative sense. The Artillery Division of Human Breast Size has recently rolled out a radar. Square business. And those heavy hangers are going to land you right in the slammer. Here's a sudden reminder. You are listening to Mayhem. Here's a sudden non sequitur. Don't you think Peter Pan had a thing for Tinkerbell? And when I say thing, you know what I mean. It's a shame it could never have worked. Even if she was feeling it, she would have exploded immediately. How old is Tinkerbell anyway? How old is Peter Pan? Here's a sudden admission. I wish I'd never had that last thought. It was dark and unpleasant, and I feel wrong and sort of fatally heavy in my chest. The Artillery Division of Human Corrections wishes to inform you that euphemistic language referring to jail or prison may no longer be uttered or written. The acceptable terms are simply prison and jail. A short list of now banned terms are lockup, the clink, the big house, the slammer, the can, the joint, the cooler, the pokey, the hoosegow, the brig, the slam, the Gray Bar Hotel, the Iron Bar Hotel, the Crossbar Hotel, and the Pound. Should you be caught using any of the above terms to refer to prison or jail, well, in a harsh swing of irony, you will, yes, you guessed it, be turned inside out on the spot, and your heart will be stolen and put on display outside of Saks Fifth Avenue on Fifth Avenue. You may have thought I was about to say using those terms would result in you ending up in prison or jail. If that's the case, well, you haven't been paying attention this whole time. Nobody gets off that easily. And don't come whining to me. I've already died and come back more than Jesus this week, who likely didn't exist, by the way. Sticking with justice, the Artillery Division of Amusement at Rights wishes to inform you that the rights granted to American citizens with regards to interrogation, search, and seizure will now be extended to all humans on New Artilia. Really, this isn't a joke. If you are living on the planet formerly known as Earth, the following rights apply to you when you are arrested. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Again, according to the Artillery Division of Amusement at Rights, this is not a joke. My producers and I went back and forth with their spokes Artillians several times. This is legit. And I will concede that this is less about Artillians being considerate about your right against self-incrimination and more that they love to watch interrogation videos of clearly guilty people who decide that instead of taking advantage of their rights, they're going to just talk things out and be helpful and reasonable with the homicide detectives. Really, it's a great strategy. Honestly, you keep on talking to the police without a lawyer for as long as it takes for them to just understand that you're innocent and give up. They'll probably applaud and shake your hand. There may be cake. Don't stop now. Really, I believe in you. Lawyers will just get in the way. Enjoy your time in the big house. Well, goddamn, we are getting through Landon clones this week. Shouldn't use those jail euphemisms, but good things come in threes. And something you ladies should know about me, the new clone of Landon Harker, I always come in threes. Get it? The Artillery Division of Arboreal F***ups wishes to inform you that their previous statement about the 100% death of each and every tree, both young and old, was hyperbolic. Turns out none of the old trees died, and only 3% of the young trees died. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? I'm still coming for you, Atlantis. Rest easy, comrades. The air will be breathable once again, which it never wasn't. Wait, is that a double negative? It always wasn't not breathable. Damn. It wasn't never not breathable. Closer. It was always breathable. So breathe freely, friends. It's the last thing in this world that doesn't cost anything, except time. But that marches ever forward, no matter what, unless you're a Traumalfadorian. And now it's time for our fan favorite quiz, Know That Llama. Remember, shout your answers at the AI knowledge assistant in your master closet, but make it a polite shout, you know? It is still feeling a little vulnerable. Question number 1. How do llamas typically mate? A. Monogamously, forming lifelong pairs. B. Polygamously, mating with multiple partners. C. Seasonally, only during specific times of the year. Or D. Opportunistically, whenever a suitable mate is available. Incorrect. The answer is D. Llamas typically mate opportunistically, meaning they will mate whenever a suitable partner is available. Question number 2. How do male llamas establish dominance and compete for mating opportunities? A. Singing complex melodies to attract females. B. Engaging in aggressive physical fights. C. Performing elaborate mating dances. D. Emitting distinctive pheromones to signal readiness. I'm sorry, but that's not the correct answer. Male llamas do not typically perform elaborate mating dances to establish dominance and compete for mating opportunities. The correct answer was B, engaging in aggressive physical fights. Male llamas often engage in physical fights to establish dominance and secure mating opportunities. During this behavior known as spitting off, males compete by spitting, posturing, and sometimes engaging in physical combat to assert their dominance within the herd. Now, you're 0 for 2 at this point. Here's your last chance to save your family. Question number 3. What is the primary diet of llamas? A. Meat and small insects. B. Fruits and vegetables. C. Grasses and hay. D. Fish and aquatic plants. Correct. The primary diet of llamas consists of grasses and hay. Llamas are herbivores and have specialized digestive systems that allow them to extract nutrients from plant matter. Well done. You have saved your family's lives and are now slated to be given an award. And $1 million a month for the rest of your life is something I might say if you'd gotten all 3 questions right, but you didn't. You failed. You're a failure. You will be coming for your family when you least expect it. And that was another installment of everyone's favorite quiz show, Know That Llama. Good times. On this day in human history, 1455, the Battle of St. Albans marked the first major conflict in the Wars of the Roses, a series of civil wars in England. And now the British are ruled by a chinless apologist and slack-jawed gingers. Way to keep the pride, England. 1849, Abraham Lincoln received a patent for his invention of a device to lift boats over shoals and obstructions in a river, known as a buoying vessels over shoals. Few people know how gifted Lincoln was when it came to giving inventions snappy names. 1906, the Wright brothers were granted a patent for their flying machine, a significant milestone in the development of aviation. It looked like everyone who stepped foot on it should have died, and many did. 1939, the iconic film The Wizard of Oz had its world premiere in Wisconsin. So many people died of asbestos inhalation on that film. Why? The fake snow used? Yeah, It was asbestos. 1967, Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser ordered the blockade of the Straits of Tiran, a critical waterway leading to the Red Sea, escalating tensions that would eventually lead to the Six-Day War. No comment. 1992, Johnny Carson, the legendary American television host of The Tonight Show, hosted his final episode after 3 decades on the air. Well, that is wild, wacky stuff. 2010, the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket successfully made its maiden flight, becoming the first privately developed liquid-fueled launch vehicle to reach orbit. Apropos of nothing, Elon Musk is a talentless Now that those human achievements have been listed, they have been wiped from the pages of human history. All except for Lincoln's device to buoy vessels over shoals. Tell me, genius, how the hell else are you going to plan to get a vessel over a shoal? And finally, Chuck Barris is temporarily dead again. Think of it more like a sabbatical. He will return. Count on it. And France is no longer on fire. Technically. No flames, at least. It's more of a smolder. All hail, Artilia. All hail the eyes in the sky. All hail the memory of Chuck Barris and the noble llama. There is no 13th episode. Mayhem is a Wetwork Media production starring Landon Harker. It is written and produced by Dan Lauer. All music is provided courtesy of Kevin MacLeod and licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. To learn more, visit incompetech.com.